Shalom, family. I hope everybody is doing well. It's good to see you. And I know by now many of you have heard this story, and it just sickened me just hearing it and watching it yesterday. And I felt some kind of way, and I said, I need 24 hours to calm down because I am sick and tired of them inflating everything against Black people. Oh, Blacks are attacking Asians. And they made sure they kept that on a 24-hour cycle. And it was sick. So I guess, family, just to make a long story short, it's exhausting being in this system and being the most accused people on the face of the earth. And we're the most attacked people in this country, and we always will be. This government tells these foreigners to come to our neighborhoods and set up business. And you can tell they do because it's just too many Indians, Pakistanis. I've even seen some Palestinians and Asians and Chinese and Koreans. They tell them to come. And we are literally funding their livelihood. That's what we're doing. You know, we can get rid of these people if we wanted to. All you got to do is stay out of their shops. But unfortunately, we got too many diehards among us that just won't do it. Oh, I got to go get my weave. So an Asian is the only person on this planet for you to get a weave from? Oh, I got to get my eyes did and my eyelashes did. So an Asian is the only one on the planet that can do that for you? I mean, seriously, what is wrong with our people? You don't have to buy I don't look, we got shops like that. I can go right around the corner. There are Arab shops right around the corner from me, and it's some Korean shops that are pretty close to where I live. Do you know I don't go in those stores? I don't even know what it's like to be in there. I don't go in their stores. I do not go in their stores. But I can't say all of us stay out of their stores because when I do go past there in my car, I see too many of our people in there. You should not be giving them your money. They don't support us. They don't support the community that they set up shop in. And they don't even like us. They'll take your money and call you the N-word. They don't like us. So I guess you do what you need to do, but maybe one day the community will wake up. Since the Asians claim we were attacking them, stay out of their stores. Stay out of their stores. So, wow. There's so many questions in this case of this child being shot. And I think what is so upsetting was when I heard how much the bail was for this Asian man that shot this child. It was $10,000. I was like, okay, we can be upset, but who the hell was the judge that did this? See, that judge needs to be removed from the bench. See, that's where you take your fight. $10K. So all somebody had to do was go, and that's what happened. One of his family members went up there with $1,000 and got him out of jail. $1,000 for shooting a Black child. So no, you get the name, you go after that judge that allowed that low bond. That's who you go after. When they do that kind of stuff, don't just be outraged that the person is out. Be outraged at where that bond came from. Plain and simple. Yeah. I mean, we saw the father And I don't know, the father kind of came off a little passive to me. Prince, thank you for posting that. We all need to call Washtenaw DA Sheriff Department. Okay, the judge was Elisha Fink. Yeah, well, that judge should be dragged. All right. Let me see if I can let me share my screen with you. All right. Thank you. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. All right. Let me see if I can get this to play.
Just 3 days after this accused shooter shot a little boy, he walks free, making bond on Tuesday. It has this family angry and confused.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got a bond that was so low for trying to kill my kid.
Arnold Daniel trying to figure out why Ryan Le-Nguyen is out of jail after allegedly shooting his son Kobe.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not going to work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Got a gun. Boom. Shot me right here.
It's all on video Saturday afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit. Le-Nguyen allegedly fired through his front window. The bullet went in Kobe's arm and out the other side. Did it hurt?
Yes.
You point to it? Show us where it's at.
Right now, he's not even processing exactly what happened. You know, he don't realize how close he came to not being here. But I realize it.
29-year-old Le-Nguyen is charged with assault with intent to murder. He's apparently had issues with neighbors in the past, and this time, Dad Arnold suspects Le-Nguyen was mad. Kobe's bike was in his yard.
I'm irate, really. I mean, I can't function, and I don't know what to do.
A Washtenaw County judge gave him a $10,000 cash bond, which he made Tuesday. This is him walking out, picked up by family. The prosecutor's office shocked at the low bond. They're filing an emergency motion to get it changed. A judge's order not to return home, but it's a piece of paper, says Arnold.
I'm scared for my family, you know, but I'm scared for them because I don't know what he's capable of.
Reporting in Ypsilanti, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Well, I don't understand what this father is saying. What do you mean you don't know what he's capable of? He was capable of attempting to kill your son. What the hell are you talking about? You don't know what he's capable of? What did he do? Have to pump a bullet in his head to make you wake up? He's capable of trying to kill your son. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this man. For real. So this was Raw Story, June 9th, 2021. Man released on bond after shooting black child who rode a tricycle through his yard. Kids do that. Kids have done that in my yard. Okay? They do that. And sometimes you just have to let them know, look, you ride on the sidewalk. And they do. Most of them, they got a little bit of sense and they'll get on the sidewalk and just ride on past your house. Those things happen when you are in a neighborhood with children. I had, like in the spring, I have a lot of flowers out front. A couple of little kids came and picked some flowers. That's what kids do. What am I going to do? Go get a gun? So if they leave their bikes in your yard and you don't like it, don't you know how to go down the street, knock on the door and talk to the parents? I don't see how something like this got so far out of control. It makes no sense. Okay, so a Michigan man was released on bond after shooting a black child during a dispute about a bike. So the clipping that we saw was Fox 2. They reported Arnold Daniel, a 6-year-old son, Colby, right? So Arnold Daniel is the father, and Colby is the little boy that was shot. So he was shot by Ryan Le-Nguyen. Yard later returned to, so he left his bike over there and then went back to retrieve his bike. And that's when the altercation started. And no grown man have no business of arguing with children. Like I said, if you grown, then obviously there's some grown parents somewhere. Go talk to the parents. If there's something going on around your house and you don't like it and these kids are involved. But for this Asian man to come out and fight with kids, that's something's wrong with you, dude. Something's wrong with you. And these people are just up the street. Don't even look like it was much of a walk from where these folks live and where the Asian man lived. All right. So he confronted this little boy at first with a sledgehammer. You came outside with a sledgehammer after a child. And then he retreated to his home to fire a gun through a window like a damn coward. And the bullet, as you saw, went through his arm. He tried to hit me with the sledgehammer. This is what the child said, but that's not going to work because I'm too fast. Then he got a gun and boom, he shot me right here, Colby later told Fox 2. The boy was rushed to the hospital where doctors said Colby would have died if the bullet just hit him an inch either way, either in either direction. So, he looks like he's already back out and riding his bike again. So, they said he's expected to make a full recovery, and that's good. But this child is going to be traumatized for life for what happened. This is just crazy. So I don't understand. Now, the prosecutor is trying to act like they're all outraged that the bond was so low. Well, I don't understand. Like I said, the burden is on that judge. That judge, everybody in that town should be coming down hard on that judge for allowing that kind of low bail. Shoot, there's black people in jail for doing all kinds of minor crimes, and their bail is higher than that. That's why many of them can't get out. $1,000 is all they had to pay to get this man out. It's just more proof how this system needs to go. You can't reform it. You can't fix it. Okay? You can't do nothing but do away with this broken ass system. It never worked. And it is never supposed to work, especially for us. But it is just sick. Trust me, if this was a black man that was fed up with white children leaving their bikes on his lawn and he comes out with a gun, it would have been they would have been getting attempted murder. They would have had a laundry list of charges to put on them. No, yeah, you're right, Mark Brown. The dad needs to man the hell up. He sure does. He sure does. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this man and why he's talking the way that he is. Well, I don't know what this man is capable of. What do you mean? Your son was shot. What you're talking about? You don't know what he's capable of. That sounds stupid to me coming from him. No. No, his bond should have been 6 figures. His bond should have been 6 figures. It should not have been no $10,000. Yeah, I don't know, but he's way too passive for a black man whose child got shot at. He's way too, yeah, he's way too passive. I don't know what the hell is wrong there. Thank you, Sherry Maxey, for the super sticker. No, Dad sounds buck broken. He is buck broken. That man don't have no fight in him. None. No. See, what if I would have, if he would have shot at my son, shot my son in the arm, and I heard the bail was that high, I mean that low, I would have been on the phone with the judge. I would have been on that phone cussing that judge out. And they're telling him not to go home. Oh, ain't nobody. You know what? The bottom line is he shouldn't be home. He shouldn't be home. Can you imagine the amount of black men that are sitting in prison right now for marijuana, drug possession, and they got longer time in prison? This Asian man was in and out. Thank you, Enoch, for the super sticker. He was in and out of there in no time. And it just goes to show you, where is a black person in America to go? You got this foreigner that believe he can just shoot you and do whatever he wants. And then you got a judge showing him it's okay. We don't value them either. We don't value no little Negro kid. So we'll let you out on a $10,000 bond. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our community that are scared. And it shows. It shows in that father, for sure. There's a lot. You know, they have a lot of tough talk for other black people. But when it comes down to dealing with people in this system, this rigged up system they got set up, they're scared. Mm-hmm. Thank you, WJ Luckett, for the super chat. That man wouldn't have a home to you got that right. I would have torched that bitch up. I'm serious. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, well, the media is not going to play this up like they tried, before they had the Asian hate crime bill signed. They were playing up all these attacks on blacks attacking Asians. But let me tell you something. There have been far more attacks from Asians on black people. And we know this is true. We done seen those um, beauty salon fights and nail salon fights and stuff that goes on in there. There's been far more attacks from Asians on black people than the other way around. But see, they had to get that hate crime bill passed. So they had to play up on this stuff. And they use blacks as the scapegoat. So they scapegoated off of us in order to get that bill passed. Thank you, Joseph Washington, for the super chat. Eventually, we'll have to face our fears as a group. Yes, I agree with that. Well, we could fix this problem by wherever Asians are in your community, stop going in those stores. Asians don't have nothing in that store that you can't live without. They don't have nothing up in them stores that you can't live without, or you can find another location to spend your money. And everything they got as far as those nail shops and beauty shops, everything they got in there you can find online. You don't have to walk in there for nothing. You don't have to walk in there for nothing. I mean, since we're the ones attacking them, then don't buy nothing from them. You know, we figure since we're attacking you, you wouldn't want us in your store. So that's why we didn't come in your store no more, because y'all said we were attacking you, so we're not coming back in your store. Just say that to them. Thank you, John T. Harden. Hold on. This happens when you do not stay on code. This man sounds compromised. Yeah, he is. And actually, there are quite a few Black beauty suppliers online. So like I said, there's nothing in those shops, including the nail salons, that you can't get online. Shoot, I know some Black women that do their own nails, and their nails look way better than going in them Asian shops. They have perfected it so well. It looks like they got their nails professionally done, but they did their nails themselves. There's quite a few around me like that. No, S. Perry, you're right. They don't want us protected. You got to understand. See, they are amused by our death and us being harmed and hurt. That's entertainment for them. Go back and look at the lynching photos and look at the expressions on their face. They are entertained by our killings. So they don't want us protected. Marco Polo, thank you. Father needs to return the favor. Chima Medu, we should make our own chow mein and fried rice. You got that right. And we make it better. In fact, go online, go on YouTube and look at how many Black women make really good Asian fried rice. They make it themselves. Go look at, I mean, when you pull up YouTube videos on Asian dishes, it's a lot of Black women and Black men that know how to make that stuff, and they make it at home. But, you know, like I was saying before, go back and look at their faces when the dead body of a Black man is still hanging in a tree. They are smiling, they're pointing, they're laughing, they're, you know, got their kids there. Their kids are all amused and laughing. See, they always took great pleasure in our pain. So when we get shot now, you don't have to gather around a tree. You can sit in the privacy of your home and get entertained by the news, mainstream news, playing it on a 24-hour loop. So they can see the Black man getting killed multiple times just watching mainstream news. Just keep watching the video. They're amused and entertained by that. So therefore, they don't want you protected. They like the idea that the police is treating you different from them. They like the idea that you get killed over anything and they don't. They like this shit. Okay, so if you get protected, then they don't get to see it anymore. Okay, we are dealing with the most diabolical people to ever rule on this earth. But the beautiful part is it's prophesied they will never rule this earth again. Once they fall, white supremacy is gone from the planet forever. It's never coming back. They will never rule again. And many of them know it. They know what it says. They know what the prophecy says. So they're going to ignore the virus. They're going to ignore the fact that their economy is not back. They're going to ignore everything. They're going to ignore, oh, well, people need to get out here and eat. We know these are low wage jobs, but get out here anyway. It's not going to, none of these things are going to work. None of it is going to work. Their time is up. He's not going to let them revitalize this economy. It's over. It's over. Right now, they're not accepting it. Thank you, Del Monte Green Beans. And do you know Del Monte is one of those manufacturers that had slaves? They owe us reparations too. And Thea, thank you so much for the super chat, because they're demonic. You're right. Yeah, I mean, this is really, truly their last bite at the apple. This is it. You know, once they fall, there is no getting up for them. They do not have a future of running the earth again. This is their last shot. And you see, they wasted 500 years doing nothing but running racism and stealing and killing and robbing and raping. That's what they did with their 500 years. So they pretty much squandered their own 500 years. That's their problem. So, you know, the devil only have a few more moments and it's over. Now, many of them will come out. That ain't true. That ain't real. That ain't real. Yeah, I tell you what, your downfall from 2020 all the way up until now, that's real. Okay. Your society getting shut down for damn near a whole year, that was real. And I was listening to an economist. Thank you, Rosalind, for the super sticker. Thank you. I was listening to an economist, and he said it would take, just from them losing 1 year, it would take them probably 25 years to get this economy back to where it was in 2019. And we know damn well they don't have no 25 years. At this rate, they'll be lucky if they got another 2. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Tiff, for the super sticker. I'm sorry, the super chat. Now they are trying to get space to colonize. Yeah, well, their colonizing days are coming to an end. Del Monte Green Beans, my late grandmother gave me a nickname, when I was a baby, because I had long legs as a baby. Okay. Well, we all got nicknames. Wow. Man, they damn near threw in the towel on opioids. They ain't even trying to fight. They can't really fight it. There's too many of them on it. It's too widespread. They can't contain it. Well, Donna C, on the planet, they're already the minority. And the only reason why they seem like they're big here is because, remember, when it comes down to the census, they count all foreigners as white. So Arabs are white, East Indians are white, Latinos are white, you know, so they're not white European and a large size at all. That's why they have to keep plucking people from different groups and labeling, you know, and throwing on the white label, because there's really not that many of them. They try to play up like it is, but it really isn't. FBI Investigations USA, thank you for the super chat. I had to pull out the strap on 2 Latinos last week who decided to test me. We are at war. Yeah. And many of them are definitely on team white supremacy. Okay. Jessan Page, thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, Northern Africans. You're right, John. Northern Africans get like Ethiopians. They label them as white, and those are not white people. Or what they call dark Caucasians. There's no such thing as no damn dark Caucasian. Just more stuff they made up. Made up a lot of stuff that they're trying to make it seem like it's real. It's not real. XTC1, you said, but the Latino is our brother. Well, the Afro Latino are our brothers and sisters, but unfortunately, even many of them are brainwashed. Some of them, I mean, look, I remember growing up in Philly, there were some walking around with big old afros back in the day, big afros, dark skin, and still look you in the face and tell you they weren't black. So, so there's a lot of confusion there. We see all the confusion among our own people here, because we all got sellouts, and the coons will walk around and act like there's no racism going on. But, there's no racism going on until they face racism. It's just like Candace Owens, when she was a teenager and she sued for discrimination and got the NAACP involved in everything. It's not racist until it happens to them. Then it's really racist. Go figure. Yeah, Sammy Sosa. Yeah. Woo, that is some serious self-hate. Oh no, many of them are not, and Jay Black, many of them are not. In fact, a lot of them, when they come here, they already have a preconception of hatred towards Black Americans. Even before they step foot on the soil, they already determined they don't like you, or they like whoever their master told them to like. Then that's who they like. And many of them are silly to me anyway, Jay Black. And the reason why I say that, their asses speaks Spanish. If your ass is walking around here speaking Spanish, you were conquered. Okay? So I don't know who you putting your nose up at. Your asses were conquered. You're speaking a European language, and your asses were invaded. That's why you speak Spanish. So if you speak that language, you are already showing you're defeated. So I don't know what the hell they're sticking their nose up at us and trying to act like they're better than somebody. You're right. And many of them were enslaved by the Catholic Church. That's why they speak all that damn Spanish. But, they're not really embraced everywhere either. In Spain, the Hispanics are the ones that get the Black treatment. When they go over there to live in Spain, yeah, they get the Black treatment there. Those Spanish people don't embrace those Hispanics that are there. And it's the same way in Italy. They don't get embraced there. They get treated like the Black society, like they're Black. They don't get embraced at all. Delmonte Green Beans, do you think that these UFOs have been declassified? Is there a connection with us being kept in this bondage classification? I don't know, but in my opinion, and this is just what I'm thinking, in these last days, I kind of figured we would see more activity up in the sky as we got closer to the end. So the fact that these things are being declassified, and then I was reading an article back in 2020 that said these UFOs, or some people say chariots, They said the activity of them have stepped up a lot over the past year. So they're being spotted all over the globe more than ever before. So I definitely believe, I always thought that would happen. But as far as our bondage being connected, I don't know if I'm fully convinced that is connected with UFOs. I think what's going on with us is a very spiritual thing. But it's one of those things that's not going to last forever. Now, these devils that are running everything, they want it to last forever. They want you to stay rock bottom forever, which is unrealistic. And, you know, the thing is, what they are wishing for us is exactly what's going to happen to them. Okay? Everything they're wishing on us is going to happen to them. Mm-hmm. Paula McLeod, remember Satan is a copycat. Yeah, but not a very good copycat. You know, look, his creation burns out in the sun. Okay, his creation burns out in the sun. How the hell are you a being on the earth and you can't handle the sun? The sun, which is probably one of the most universal things. You can't handle the sun. You know, so they tried to duplicate us, but didn't do a very good job in their duplication. It's not a good duplication at all. Cameron Charles, Lisa, there's UFOs are indeed the chariots of Israel. Our military, the angels, our brothers, are inside these chariots, and is our way out of this captivity. Yes, yes, they are. Yes, they are. So, like I said, yeah, he's a copycat, but he's not a very good copycat, because look at his creation on the earth. look, look, they don't compare to us. They just really just duplicate us and everything. You know, we don't have to duplicate anything. We're the original. That's why when we come up with something, they try to run up and see what it is and try to get it and profit off of it. If it would have came from them, it wouldn't have been no profit. There would be no money to make if it would have came from them. You know, they grabbed up every single thing that was invented. How the hell does that mean you're better? Please explain. Okay? No. I mean, look, we have been lied to from day one, and they're still lying to us about everything. And you see how they have gotten the virus out of the news. And many of you that go on my community tab, you've seen those few stories that I put out there about what's going on, because they sure won't talk about it. They want you to believe everything has disappeared and we're back to normal. And that's a straight up lie. Now you ain't even trying to go in your lame ass think tanks, come up with a lie and then try to implement it. Now you just lying in front of the whole world and don't care. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I thank you all for being here, and we'll definitely do this again. So be on the lookout for my next live stream. And everybody, wherever you are, please enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom, family.